I'm back again today for another Kickstarter critique where I take a look at a different Kickstarter tabletop game project every weekday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, except for the last month or two where things have gone just AWOL. Hopefully, regular New Year starts. We'll hopefully get things back on track. But today, I am super excited to be checking out a game that I've always wanted to try, getting a 40th or 30th year new edition on GameFound right now. It is not surprisingly on the front page, which is, oh, there it is. It just wasn't up last time. That is Tales of the Arabian Night 40th Anniversary Edition, but I am curious to see how many games are crowdfunding right now. So let's go check that out. 4, 8, 12, 16, 17, and then we clearly have some have-nots than the haves. Okay. 17, good number to know. Oh, Man versus Meeple. Wow, they're doing theirs up there. That's interesting. As always with the video, I'm thinking, well, let's look at the main image. I see the box, Tales of the Arabian Nights, the 40th Anniversary Edition. So, can you do it? I feel good. They're redoing a game, so there should be a pretty loyal, fervent fan base. Other than that, I noticed there's stretch pay. That's good to know. I'd always spotlight that. I'd love to know the player link, time count age. Hopefully it'll be here. 1 to 6, ages 12 plus, 120. Oh yeah, GameFound does that, even though they make you click. It's annoying, but still nice that it's there. It's proud to present the 40th Anniversary Edition of the award-winning Tales of the Arabian Nights. I'd love to see some awards on there. I'd love to see something else. But, I mean, the box gets the job done, I guess, for now. I'd at least mention its storytelling, I think. That'd be... Because I'm looking back at this, and I know it's in here. It's like, oh, it's in there, probably. Oh, no, it's not. Narrative. Yeah, these are just... the category, I don't know. I guess in the back end it's good. Like, when you're searching, like, oh, I want this style of game in the back end. Ahoy, Ricardo! That's great. But like at the front end, I feel like there could be more useful stuff there. I don't think most people probably use that. As always, in the video, I'm thinking 3 things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? Let's go. Wait, I clicked on it. There we go. 36. Wow, that's quick. In and out. Enter the lands of the Arabian Nights in the classic award-winning storytelling game. Hey, there's the word storytelling. New encounters, merchants, and dervish. So that's what it is right there. That's why I don't like the main image. I feel like showcasing that book, like especially once you open that book, I feel like there's just more to see than just the box. Once again, acrylics, great thing to showcase potentially as well. Yeah, those pop. And then just walls of text. It includes 10 plus solo quests, over 2,500 paragraphs. See, this is the kind of information that I would love to see. You know, just somewhere in there, over 2,500 paragraphs, you know, in the storytelling game. Then when you show me that book, like let's just say you show me the book, you show me the acrylics, you show me the box. Because I think we could all easily fit all that in on the main image, right? I think that's a very doable thing. Yeah, it's like, yeah, we could like, do we need this much around the outside? Do we need a little shadowy? I mean, I feel like we could fudge that around to showcase that, because 2,500 paragraphs, that's a whole boatload of reading. That's what I want in my storytelling game. Not that you told me it was a storytelling game, you just assumed I knew. Not a great choice, by the way. Back now for the Play to Z exclusive miniature. I didn't know I wanted a mini. I didn't think I did because you had nice acrylics, but now you've brought miniatures into the fold. Interesting. It's $134,000. 7 days left to go. I don't feel like that's probably the number they wanted. Like it sounds like it's great, $134,000, but like I feel like with this and GameFound, we could go back and we could look. When you're doing the 20, 30, 40-year anniversary of stuff, I just feel like this should be a bigger number, right? And I'm not saying that maybe it just launched a couple days ago. Let's get into it. I want to check, because maybe it's like an 8-day thing. I'm implying that this has been like a week or two. Let's see. When did it start? I'm used to Kickstarter. It has my nice little bar. 1 to 6 players, 120 minutes, ages 12 plus. Does it say when it started? No. 7 days left. That's not what I want to know. Learn more. That's not useful. Oh, campaign's end. Why can't I know the beginning? That's weird. All right, we'll get into it. Play to Z. So this is the new company from, that's not them, from Zev Slauson of Z-Man Games. Did they do their first one? Oh, I don't think they crowdfunded anything. I think they just released their first game, so I think this is their first Kickstarter out. No, here it is. So they did do a Kickstarter. So they did crowdfunding. Okay. So they did 23 knives. And this one raised $29,000. This one out. So they switched from Kickstarter to GameFound. Interesting. So they did 23 knives. And they did Ascending Empires, the Zenith edition. So they have two things. That's a big box 4X games. Let's make sure these are out. I don't think they are. It's a 14-day campaign. Thank you, Ricardo. Okay, halfway through. Good evening, Play to ZTF. I sent a few messages regarding not receiving the backer kit. Pledge manager squared an update on the email that is registered backer kit. If you email Zev at he should be able to help you out in getting it changed. Thanks, Tyler Superbacker. That should be someone else's job. Can you read my email? I did not get Pledge Manager. Ooh, Richard Collins. Sorry if this is a dumb question. This is my first Kickstarter. Will the add-on copy of the game also include the promos? Okay, so they were responsive 2 months ago, but nothing. So this one's not out yet. Let's check out the updates. Popping. November. Okay, so 1 month. So every month. Game is that the printer proofs are being proof. So good communication. Once a month, I'm fine with that. So this one's not out. Let's check out the big 4X one. Is this one out? Pretty sure it's not. I feel like I would have heard about it. This one raised $77,000. So I can see why they wanted to switch, honestly. Like if they're doing a big box 4X game, 4X sci-fi adventure, and you're raising $77,000, and you got to come at it from. I imagine his mindset is, hey, I'm Zev Slauson of Z-Man Games. Like I pick winners. I'm just trying to get into their mindset, and I can't imagine that $77,000 is what they were expecting for this. The rule booklet no longer seems to be the Dropbox link from the campaign page. Do you think you can add a copy to the BGG file section? Lovely to hear another update to confirm the status of shipping. I'm curious whether I have this in my hand by the time of Christmas vacation starts. So November, August, so we went September, October, 3 months. Okay. Update on shipping fulfillment. Let's check it out. So here's the updates on the shipping fulfillment. We've fulfilled China and Hong Kong this week or next. We'll be filling. So this one is in the process. I'm hoping by the end of the month we'll be fulfilling Australian and New Zealand orders. I'm very curious how a printer can cause delay in transportation. Okay. So they're in the process of being shipped. So can you do it? I'm not too concerned about it. All right, where were we? Jiminy Christmas. All right, so can you do it? But they do. This is the third thing that would be out pending. And they are switching from Kickstarter to GameFound, which is always something to note. So $100. So I have not been convinced $100 in any way, shape, or form. Now, me personally, being someone who's interested in this game and really wanting to check out Tales of the Arabian Night, I am. $100 sounds fine to me. Actually, you know what I am? 2,300 paragraphs. That's such an abstract thing, though. How many pages were in that book? Now I found the correct information. It started December 3rd, 9 days ago. Thank you, Ricardo. Okay. Yeah, I can't imagine the super happiest with that. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, I had $100,000. That's fantastic. But 40th print run of for a lot of people, a Grail game, right? This is a lot of people's Grail game. I wonder if this is trending on Board Game Geek, because that's the crowd for this game. Like that's the crowd to be like, oh yeah, I've heard of that one. I am curious. I'm gonna guess no. Just fingers shot in the dark. Not even in the top 50. 25, 30. Yeah, that's not great. 35. Ooh, Obsession. Still in there? Get out of here. You're so good, though. 40. Yeah, so not really hitting the mark, it looks like, with the target demographic, which would be the BGG crowd, I would say. Just something to note. Yeah, but those 10 solo quests, that's fantastic. I feel like in addition to the 200 new paragraphs in the game, there are at least 10 new solo quests that seamlessly integrate in the normal game. Yeah, this is all fantastic stuff that I would have loved to have known from the beginning. You know, just like 10 solo quests. So, like, just, yeah, there's so much information that could have been conveyed right from the outside. And it's not the end of the world, but it does. It's one of those things where it's like, okay, they were really banking on their name pretty hardcore. Like, if you've got the guts to put nothing but your box and stand pat, like, show me something. Show me those acrylics. Tell me 2,300 paragraphs. Key not included. New terrain. So now we're just talking about the rules changes. What's in the box? So we get 6 double-sided acrylic standees. Alternate scope. Why do I need this? Who cares? Like, all right, fine. You give me an Aladdin mini, but it's like, I don't know, have some gameplay or something, an upgrade. I guess that is it an upgrade? I like the acrylic better personally. It's a side grade. It just feels like something else could have been tacked on there that would have, done something at least. Or upgraded something. It just feels like a side grade, I guess it is. 1 game board with spot UD varnish. I'd love to know the size of that. 23 city cards, because I imagine it's pretty dang big. 16 character and counter cards, 18 specific cards, 30. So how many cards are there grand total? Let's just hit me with that number too. 23. So we got 39, 57, 67, 97, 177. All right, so around 190-ish cards. 2,500 paragraphs. How many pages does that amount to? 100 plus pages, 50 plus, one expanded reaction matrix booklet. I don't know what that is, but that gets me excited. One updated rule booklet, secret gold dials. Okay, so now we're showing some deluxeified components. Yeah, $100 doesn't seem bad to me at all here. I'm in. I don't really have an abstract concept of how much 2,300 paragraphs is, but I know it's a lot. How many paragraphs? Paragraphs in the first Harry Potter book. I think that's a barometer for me. I just want to see how many paragraphs. Come on, AI. What's your problem? So get your pages. Get your pages. Damn it! I don't need pages. I need paragraphs. See, it's such a weird. Like it's like I want to know how many paragraphs is in a book, like a typical book. Like, you know, how many paragraphs is in a chunk of? I don't know. It's not a deal breaker. Like I get the gist. Like it's a big thing, but it was just a little more less abstract, I think. Limited edition. Then the Learned Scholar changes only update pack to see to use with other editions. Oh, that's great. That's fantastic. 73. Not a lot. Not a lot. That tells me that they ticked off someone potentially, or there's better ones. Solo only contact to be used with other editions of the Tales of the Arabian Nights. That's huge. Love that. That's really nice. And that's aftermarket sale kind of stuff too. Treasure Hunter. Updated pack materials to add the new and the solo, and there it is, 129. Okay, I thought maybe there was one that was better. And then we have the set of 6 character miniatures. Why? Just feels so, like, just commit to the acrylics. Because were minis in the original one? I don't think they were. If they were, I'd get it. Crowdfund the Italian edition? Oh, that's cool. How's that one going? 7,891. Oh, wow. I kind of want to check out this. We're checking out Geo Chicky Kickstarter soon. Like, that is bank on that, baby. Maybe when I get back from Denver. Going to Denver, by the way, this weekend. So, no show on Monday. Maybe not on Tuesday. I might be preparing for a massive sleepover, potentially. How to play? Okay, we're banking on that.
We're gaining.
Is that the old one? Is that the new one?
More.
Because that's an old video that you just have in your pocket. That's a nice one. You didn't have to pay for that one. Yeah, 5 years ago. That's a nice one to have. Okay. Not like a full how to play, but still a great preview type video. Are you a retailer? So it's just the one pledge level. Then honestly, I'd lean into it. $100, 2,300 paragraphs. Get the acrylics. 10 solo mode things. There's just some of that information you convey here. You're also not really telling me how beloved this game is. You mentioned it won awards. What awards did it win? For what? Let's go dig up. Let's see if I can find some impressive stuff that they're not telling us. Because I have heard so many good things about this game. 1985. Holy guacamole. So there was the 1985 version, and then there was, so that's okay. And there was this one. So this one is the number 164 thematic game of all time. And so, yeah. So I would start throwing around those numbers, right? Where'd it go? Where'd the numbers go? Like, hit me over the head with it. Now, where were the awards? Especially in the 80s. I imagine this won some banger awards in the 80s. Because there was a lot less games that came out in the 80s. That's one thing that, yeah, look at this. Board game nominee, best thematic game, most innovative. Like, you could just, and it doesn't have to be the award. Like, the winning, just put nominated for this. It was nominated for a bunch of stuff. It's this beloved game, because it's not, like, they're saying, oh, it's based off this one, but everybody in their mind is most likely going to go back to the original one, which is fine, who cares? Because most people have not played either/both. Callendale, what's up? I wish he was more. New language edition coming from Z-Man Games 17 years ago. Yeah, bread and butter. Good for him. Okay. Did this one win awards too? I imagine it did. Imagine it did. What doesn't list it there? Okay. Yeah. We work with ninjas, off-duty ninjas, don't care. So $100, that feels like a great price. That's surprising that this is not doing better to me, honestly. Where's a gameplay video? So they just have the one? Like, ick. Where's some quotes? You know, I'm sure there is some absolutely over-the-top superfluous quotes. Like, I feel like this one would have been much better off really leaning into quotes. And if you're bringing a 40-year anniversary edition, go back through them. It wouldn't be hard. This, like, here you go. Like, I'm sure there's some bangers in here from, oh, yeah. You kidding me? We gotta shut up and sit down? You don't have a couple bangers from that? You know, Tom Vassell, you don't have Tom Vassell probably saying this is one of his favorite games of all time, because that's how probably most people have heard about this game in one shape or form. Like the choose your own adventure aspect, the fact we're not leaning into that, the fact that we don't even really mention strongly in the main image that it's the storytelling game. It's just like, oh, you know what it is. It's the Tales of the Arabian Nights 40th edition. No, we don't. It's Cult of the New. Everything's Cult of the New. Since I got into the hobby, it has been Cult of the New. And that's like 12 years now, and it's only gotten substantially worse. It's like a stock chart where you're like, is it gonna come down? No, it just keeps going up. The amount of Cult of the New and fear of missing out and everything. So you just banking on the fact that everybody remembers this 40-year-old game, even though they're not going to remember the 40-year-old game realistically. They're going to remember the 15-year-old game, but I understand why you want to do the 40th anniversary edition. I get it. Like, I just feel like this one was not accentuating their features very well. What was the shipping? I didn't even get to it. Where did we have shipping? Shipping Bueller? Yeah, are you just not having a ship? Okay, there it is. I can't read. There it was. I was just so annoyed by everything else. Continental US, $17, $120 in and out the door, 2,300 paragraphs. I'm done. Yeah, I think you nailed it. They assume everyone knows the game, so they don't have to mention anything about it. Yeah, like I could spend 3 hours, and I could go through those videos, and I could get some absolute banger quotes with some absolute banger people, like Tom Vassell, Quinn, shut up and sit down. Show these videos. He said, one of my favorite videos. Like, I imagine I could go to that Quinn video right now, and I could find a fantastic quote to lead off this whole damn thing. And instead, we get 36 seconds of just ick. Yeah. Let's check out the comments, updates, FAQ, give this one a grade. All right. Updates first. Meet the Heroes, the Arabian Nights. We got 30 comments, 43 comments. It doesn't actually show the, so 12/11. This is from yesterday. New shipping estimate for Asia. Greetings, adventurers. Today we're diving into the lives and legends of the iconic characters you'll play. Now on to the heroes. So we can talk about the characters. Those aren't just characters. They're vessels for incredible stories. Let us know which hero's story inspires you the most in the comments. Wow. All right, just want to say I played the original version of PAX this week, and I'm so excited to get this in. Thrilled how this is shaping up. Love the updates. Sure would be nice if you addressed the concerns people raised from the previous update instead of completely ignoring it. Yes. What are we getting to? I think they will, though. Give the team some time to make inquiries. This team, like it's a pre-launch generated update, part of its marketing. That's not an excuse, Hallenbeck. It's not. It's not an excuse. It's not like it's automatically just kicking it out there. I'm assuming they don't have AI doing it. There's someone who clicked send, and you can add a paragraph to the top addressing the topics that are pertinent now. Like, those tone deaf in context. Yes, yes indeed. Directly ignoring, like there's not much chit chat here. All right, let's see what the last one is. So it's been a week and they haven't addressed it. Let's see. Is it? Oh, I think there was some people who didn't like this because it was going, not my words, woke. I think I did see some bugaboo about Twitter about that. I wonder if that's what some people are talking about. I was on the fence, but now I'm certainly not banking if this is what's going to happen. It's laughable to mix old Arabic stories with left-wing politics. Yeah, there it is. You may as well be telling a story about dinosaur survival and all of a sudden have George Washington show up to lead them out of danger. Even fantasy has to have some foothold in reality. It's just become silly stupid. Is it possible to keep the original cards as an expansion? I would buy them, as I wouldn't want to stray from the original. I'm gay, and I'm not sure I like the gender change. Like that second example, there is now no possible platonic D1S2 route if you have the skills or bad result. Don't know what I mean, but he sounds like he knows what he's talking about, and not because he's gay, just because he's like breaking down gameplay stuff. Instead of adding choices, now they're removing choices in a storytelling game. So lame and lazy. Yeah. The user Asslopes has some good suggestions here, but I doubt they would be heard. It's honestly disheartening to see one of the fewest examples of Arabic representation whitewashed with modern American sensibilities. Why not apply these to a Western-themed game separate from this and keep this one as is? Seems like a lot of people in the comments are saying they ignored gendered stuff. Why not keep everything the same and continue ignoring them then? Seems more difficult to do the opposite for anyone looking... Yeah, I imagine there was... I actually am kind of curious to see what the update was on this one. As we celebrate the 40th anniversary, let's take a moment to reflect on the incredible journey... Now we embark on the next chapter. The edition retains the timeless magic of the original while introducing new encounters, update mechanics, stunning artwork, and even solo play, ensuring it. Why now? In a nutshell, Zev loves the game. I love story and narrative, and I'm a fan of these tales. We're doing this new version because the game will have been out for nearly 4 years, depriving people of the fun and enjoyment. Cool. As we journey forward, we're grateful to every player who has cried. Love knows no boundary. The new edition remove the reference to gender specificity, making this encounter more inclusive and universally acceptable. Okay, so it is one specific thing in here that people are upset they're changing in 2,300 paragraphs. I do want to put that into context. I don't know if there's more than that, but I think it's important to put that into context. 40 years just for a gender change, this kind of forced inclusion in games really ruins the experience for me. I miss the pure fun of the 90s. Diversity is okay. I don't care. I love it. So here's the thing. As someone who's never played the original, and you've never played the original, I doubt you're going to notice at all or care. But I get it. They're changing something, and people aren't happy they're changing it. I don't think the charge regarding the gender really matters, though. When we players, either board games, video games, we always choose the character that we want to play, either that pretends or represents us in real life. I played Chun-Li, Lara Croft, and the choices we make in the games are what we want to, where we want to go, directions we want to take. The player control the game, especially so as this Tales is an imaginary storytelling game, not vice versa. I think just something that I want to see what the most popular comment is. This is a lot to read about one small change, it looks like. Boy, am I right with these who are surprised and disappointed with this latest update. Zev, you do realize who is your core audience, do you not? It's actually fun to have a difference between the two sexes, to know that the result could be different based on who the other person is. You have penalized a chunk of your followers, removed part of the game experience in order to protect yourself, seemingly from offending some small portion of your audience, who mostly would not have cared regardless. It really shocked that now, he actually did phrase this very, very well. They have the obvious thing to lean on and say, this is the 40th anniversary edition. We're not going to change. This is the game. We're not changing Blazing Saddles. We're not changing this. We're not changing that. So we kept it in there. However, we do have alternate cards that you could use if you would like to take them out. And we have a simple little guide in the back of the rulebook. That feels like probably the happy medium here. And I imagine the happy medium that would have been better than giving us a damn mini, right? Like, it was just like, I don't know. I don't know if the game to know if it's an easy swap-a-roo, but yeah. So, story-wise, is this more Brothers Grimm in an Arabic setting replete with magic realism, or pretend? So, who's the actual who's the person who's in charge here? It doesn't feel like there's a charge, like a person who's doing their job in the comments. Is it the Pledge Master? No. Are they in here at all? Bueller? Backer? Pledge Master? Oh, Creator! Hey, there it is! Thanks! We'll bring this to the... Excessively removing gendered language, but you missed one in the last update for seduction and led him to a private place. Cool. I like how they responded to one. Which... I guess it's better because they're here, but at the same time, it means they're actively deciding to pick and choose what they respond to, and that's the only one. Oh! But here's the thing. ODN is not Play to Z, I'm going to bet you. The ODN is some lackey they got who's just doing it on the side. I'm not saying that in a negative term. I'm just saying, someone who's the middle person. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's disappointing. Putting that buffer there. Gotta have a buffer, don't you, Zev? Is there a $1 pledge up for this, or do you have to have a full pledge? Thanks for the shipping update. Asia shipping looks a lot better now. Is roughly in line with other projects. Key request: spring for better packaging, please. Arabian Nights arrived today with insufficient box padding. Was badly dinged and transit. Okay. Can I see the rule booklet? We do not have it laid out yet. Content-wise, it's likely 97% the same with the rules tweak described in other places, modifying the rules. We also tried to clean up any issues mentioned in the past regarding the rules. Well, you know what? That's not good enough. I wish I could thumbs down this. But I will thumbs up that one. That's just laziness. That's bad for everybody. This is the weakest excuse in the book. There is zero reason to not put your rule booklet out there in the roughest rough form. Say, hey, we're still moving stuff around. Like, this is super rough and raw, but here's a rough draft of it. Because you know what? The people who are your fervent fans who are chomping at the bits for this because 35 years ago, they played this game as a child, and now they want to see it do as amazing as they possibly can, and they're here, and they're upset that you're changing things. Like, that's the crowd, and that's the kind of crowd that would read your damn rule booklet, give you feedback, and maybe, I don't know, I don't want to speculate, I wonder if they're worried about other stuff, like, I don't, like, because otherwise, it's bad. It's bad form not to have your rule booklet. Period. I hate the look of the new map. It looks way too modern for me, like a map from a geography book. I'm hoping that size, that down the road a neoprene game mat would be offered with the map exactly. Yeah, I don't think when they're hitting 130, they're probably going to be chomped at the bits to get a lot more stuff on there. Because I imagine they're not getting the add-ons that they're wanting with those miniatures. They're like, oh yeah, people don't want add-ons. No, people don't want your stupid, unnecessary add-ons that feel like you're trying to straddle the middle for no good reason. Like, hey, let's showcase these gorgeous acrylics. Oh, by the way, we also got some minis if you want them. Final grade for this one. Not great. Do I want it? Yes, I do. I love storytelling games. I love choose your own adventure games, even though I feel like you did a piss poor job of letting me know that this is a super fun choose your own adventure game. If I don't want to sit through Becca Scott not teaching me the full game, I'm pretty much shit out of luck. And yeah, I'm annoyed because I was one of those people who would love to see this thing absolutely doing gangbusters, hitting stretch goals like wild, and bringing the choose your own adventure genre even more and more popularity, because that's one of my favorite genres in games, period. So do I want it? Yes, I do, but not because of you. I feel like you did a poor job spotlighting this from the front, and once I got inside, the videos, like, ugh. And it's not a hard thing to spotlight. It's $100. It's $117. That's it. That's not a lot in today's Kickstarter game found landscape. I was expecting way more when you leaned into stretch pay, honestly. When you pulled me stretch pay, I expected $250 minimum. $117? What am I, a child? Give me some unnecessary plastic. Well, I guess you're trying to, but that's too unnecessary for me. Do I want it? Yes, but not because of you. Can you do it? Yes, but you haven't done a lot since you've been back, right? So it's like, I'm banking on the fact that Zev Slosher does not want to go down in a flaming, like, oh, you remember Z from Z-Man Games when he came back and then everybody just got burned because he didn't ship out games? Like, I just don't see that happening, right? I also see there's smart things here. Those add-ons are someone who's thinking not just about this, but they're thinking about after the fact and selling things after the fact. And I'm not particularly worried about the can you do it. I also have seen their new mechanism that's going to be coming out in 2 of their games, which is really cool. I don't want to talk too much about it because I saw it when I was working for a manufacturer, but it's a really neat concept that I haven't seen in any other games, and I still have not seen any other games, and I think once they do the gamery version of it, they're going to do a light version of it, and they're going to do a gamery version of it with the mechanism. I think people are going to go gangbusters for it. So can you do it? I'm not worried, but if they were just some random people, I would be. Also, customer service is not great. And how much is it? It's a great price. I don't have a problem. 2,300 paragraphs still seems like such. It's like how amount of paragraphs in Harry Potter. There, let's just try that. Just what? I don't want to know the words. People give me word counts all the time. People give me page counts all the time. It's over 1 million words. I can tell you the words. I can tell you the chapters. Who the hell's telling paragraphs? Damn it, Zev. I get it, though. It's a lot, probably. How many hours is it? I don't know. At the end of the day, it's not a good grade. Like, it just feels like they showed up and were like, yeah, we got Tales of the Arabian Nights. Zev. We got Z. Look at this. Look at these acrylics. Well, don't look at them. We're not going to show you the acrylics. We're only going to show you the box. And then we'll show you the acrylics. And then we'll show you minis you don't need. Final grade is, and then changing. but not offering, like, that feels like one of those things where it's like, yeah, sure, in hindsight, you'd be like, yeah, you're in hindsight, Force, but you had to know. You're changing a 40-year-old beloved Grail game for many people. You have to know there's going to be some people who are pissed off. D to C minus at the most. Yeah, Ricardo, I'm in that boat. Honestly, that 2,300 paragraphs is doing a lot of heavy lifting. You didn't spotlight the shut up and sit down review, the awards. You didn't spotlight, yeah, we're going to go D. I'm just a D. There's so many things. Like, I could throw a dart after going through this page and be like, that would have been good to spotlight. 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 And you're like, nah. So D. I'm going to go with a D. Probably should be D+, but I'm grading this one on a curve. I think that's fair. It's not fair. D+. Let me know in the comments below what's your final grade. Also, no show on Monday as I will be flying back from Denver. Have a great weekend.